Hi there, my name's Daniel and I'm speaking for Gondola Writing, Art and Design. Sorry I haven't done a Photoshop tutorial in a while, but today we're going to have a look at the Marquee tool, or the Select tool, which is this one up here. You'll see that if you press and hold over it, you have the rectangular Marquee tool, the elliptical one, the single row ones. The one that most people probably use all the time is this one right at the top, and that's because it allows you to select wide things. If I had something smaller in here, I could get over that nice and easily. The elliptical one is all about circles. So if you're, say, focusing on an eye, you might use that, because what this then means is that if you take the brush tool and just paint something in here, you'll notice that you can't actually go over the edges once you've selected something, which means if you're focusing in on something, it's very neat. But you'll notice that we can use the rectangular Marquee tool or any of the others to select something, and then we can use this tool, the Move tool, and that will allow us to move that section. But as I have nothing behind here, these layers are turned off and we've just got the white background layer showing. We can see all the way through because there's nothing replacing it. However, if I turned one of these on, you'd be able to see that behind it. So you need to be careful about accidentally clicking on one of these and then moving something about. But of course, nice Control Z and Control Alt Z will make us step back into where we're going. I'm not sure about what it is for a Mac. I'll try and find that out. So the other options we get with these Marquee tools, up the top you'll notice we have Feather, and basically what this means is think about it as smoothing in between what you've selected and everything else. So if we had a high feather on here, something like 10 pixels in this low pixel file, we would have quite a blend between the two if we selected and deleted. What we also have here is the style, and we have fixed ratio, which will allow us, if it's 1:1, to make a square shape. If I move left or right here, it doesn't actually make a difference, that it will still stay a square. But this is useful if you want to do 16 by 9, you can whack in 16 and 9 here, and that will give you the right rectangle shape. Or of course you can do fixed sizes, and this is something I used previously, but you'll be able to select a particular rectangle. If I change these to lower numbers, hopefully this is small enough, I can't quite remember the size of this file. Yeah, that'll do. You see that wherever I click, wherever I move, it will always select that size. At this stage I just mentioned that deselecting, you can either click away onto the background here, or you can Control and D, and that will deselect for you. I may as well say, if you don't select the Move tool, but you notice this little arrow come up, what you're actually then going to be moving is the box, as opposed to the part of the layer, and you need to be careful about that as well. And just a final point, we may as well have a look at the single row ones. All they'll do is pick out this single pixel row, and then you can go in and layer, delete. It's noticeable, certainly, and you can get certain effects going on here. So you've got some lines or whatever. You can start doing that. It's used in other places as well, but we don't really need to touch on those now. I'd just like to mention that you can make a square without going into fixed ratio, just by holding Shift when you select something with the Marquee tool. And you can also select from the center by starting your select and pressing and holding Alt, and that will select from the center. If you have any questions about the Select tools, put them in the comments. And likewise, if you have any questions about anything at SketchUp, the other side of the tutorials, Photoshop, then whack those down there and I'll get around to them when I can. Okay, see you in the next one.